Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going through how to increase your testosterone. Testosterone is extremely important for motivation, drive, strength, growth, height, everything. Many things. If you didn't already know, for the past 50 years, men have been losing about 1 to 2% of their testosterone every year, and that's because of multiple reasons. We're going to be going through all the reasons, and I'll split them into 3 different categories. We've got diet, lifestyle, and toxins. What should you actually be eating, first of all? To keep it very simple for everyone to understand, you should just eat how your ancestors would have eaten. So natural foods, unprocessed foods, fresh foods, mostly meat though, some fruits and some carbs, so like rice, stuff like that, maybe wheat. Even that ancestors may not have been eating that, maybe just 90% meat, but we're just gonna say a bit of carbs for the sake of energy. The reason it was gonna mostly be meat, they wouldn't have been eating majority fruits back then. They would have been eating mostly meat. That's why researchers found out that their bone structure was stronger back then. We had a better tolerance to diseases back then. We were stronger back then. We had more stamina. We had more energy. It's all because of meat. Increase your meat consumption as much as possible. That's probably the hardest thing to do, just because of money. If you do it, then you might as well just buy it in bulk, just so it's cheaper over the long term. The next point says eat foods in its original form or as close to it as possible. So obviously nowadays lots of food has been processed, it's been frozen, unfrozen, cooked in grease, cooked in oil, put artificial sauces in it with more oil. The best thing you can do is get as naturally as possible. So that's going to be straight from the butchers, or if you want to go one level ahead, straight from the farm, or if you want to go one level ahead of that, make your own farm, but you probably don't have the money for that or the connections, so you're probably just going to go to the butchers. And to keep it simple, get one ingredient foods. So instead of getting frozen potato chips that have oil in them, a random chemical you don't know, 85% potatoes and then a bunch of other chemicals, just get potatoes. Instead of getting some chocolate filled nuts or something like that with oils and stuff like that, just get cashew nuts, peanuts. Keep it simple, one ingredient. Just get fruits. Just get actual food, normal food. Not protein chocolate. Get flipping meat. Next point. Drink only water and milk, or try and drink only water and milk. Vast majority of the time should be water and some milk, as often as possible. If you can, get raw milk. From what I know, raw milk is more nutritious because normal milk has been processed in a way where it's been filtered, it's been heated up, it's been cooled down, which takes away the nutrients from it. So with raw milk, you're going to have all of the nutrients. And one more thing, buy lots of eggs. Eggs are one of the best foods ever, because it's cheap to buy, it's easy to set up, it's quick to set up, you get a lot of benefits, and you can eat a lot of them as well. And one advice for the eggs, eat the egg yolk raw, so the yellow part raw, and eat the egg white cooked. So cook the egg white, but leave the thing raw, leave the yolk raw, because the yolk has minerals in it which are heat sensitive, so if you heat them up you're going to lose them minerals, but the whites don't. It doesn't matter if you heat it up. I think it's better if you heat it than if you don't, or sorry, if you cook it than if you don't. So make sure to eat the egg raw. So make sure to eat the yolk raw, and make sure to cook the white. So the next point is, what should you avoid then? Absolutely avoid ultra processed food, sweets, oily food, fizzy drinks. Literally, these foods, they're meant to represent an amplified version of natural food. So you'll get strawberry flavored sweets. It's probably 20% actual strawberries. You'll have natural flavoring. Fun fact, if it says natural flavoring and it's strawberry flavored, then it actually comes from an animal's butt. No joke, you can search that up. if it's specifically strawberry and it says natural flavoring. But yeah, also just gonna be chemicals, man. Chemicals, sweetness, sugar. Just a bunch of processed stuff that you're not gonna need. Your body's gonna turn that into fat. You're gonna have extra fat. It's gonna make you feel lethargic as well, and it's gonna make you feel hungry. It's gonna increase. It's called the ghrelin. That's the hormone, the hunger hormone. When you eat processed food, it's less satiating. They do it on purpose, so you buy more. So you're gonna want to eat more. But the good thing about buying just natural foods, you're gonna feel satiated. You're not gonna need as much. So yes, it is more expensive, but you're not eating as much of it. So it kind of evens out in the end. Do not cook with normal oil. Use raw butter or animal fat. Do not use like sunflower oil or whatever other oil, even olive oil. Olive oil is better than sunflower oil, but it's better to avoid even that because because there's no nutrition in it. There's zero nutrition. It's just calories, just artificial fat that's been processed. As well as that, it actually messes with your brain. I don't know the science behind that, but I made a short about it before. It messes with your brain, which can affect like your IQ. Like if you take it while you're developing, if you give it to a kid while he's developing, his cognitive functions wouldn't be as good if he was getting his fats from fatty fish, fatty meat, butter, for example. So instead of cooking with oil, you can use raw butter or you can use animal fat. The difference between normal butter and raw butter, basically, raw butter is just the brick. I'll show you an image. It's just this brick that you can use, and it's not spreadable. The reason why the butter is not naturally spreadable, right? So when you go to the store and get your normal butter that's spreadable, that's because it's been processed to be spreadable. So that means it's not raw anymore. But when it's raw, that's like authentic butter. That's the healthy fats you're trying to look for. And of course, animal fat. It's animal fat. That's probably the best. Them two. That's all you need. Butter and animal fat, and you're good. Avoid overcooking meat as it kills the nutrients. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you burn your meat and it's black, then yeah, the nutrients are probably gone. I mean, you can eat some raw meats, so mainly fish, so like raw salmon, raw tuna. Those probably have the most nutrients. The cooked ones, majority of the nutrients are still there. Overcooked, you're losing more nutrients. Raw, you probably got everything there. I don't know about eating raw lamb, raw chicken. I don't know about that. I don't think that's even halal. So I don't know about that one. You could do your own research if you want. Yeah. Next point. What habits should you follow? Sleep 8 hours minimum or 10 for optimal results. 85% sleep efficiency. So doctors say obviously you need to get 8 hours of sleep. But that's not the same thing as 8 hours in bed. If you're in bed for 8 hours, first off, you're not gonna instantly fall asleep. Probably gonna take you like 10 to 20 minutes to actually fall asleep. And in that sleep, only about 80 to 85% is an actual REM sleep. REM is rapid eye movement. That's the deepest form of sleep. This way you're actually getting the rest. This way your brain, like when you learn something and then when you learn something, you don't actually retain the knowledge there and then. You retain it when you're sleeping. So you're going to retain knowledge when you're sleeping. You're going to rest your muscles when you're sleeping. You're going to rest your brain when you're sleeping. And you're going to be prepared for the next day. But if you're in bed 8 hours, you're probably going to get like 6.5 hours of actual sleep. So that's why you should be in bed for 10 hours, because after the sleep efficiency tax, then you're going to get 8 hours of actual sleep, which is what doctors recommend. Second thing, train consistently. how the like body and brain works in general is if you don't use it, you lose it. So when you're not using your testosterone for anything, then there's no reason for it to be there. So you're not gonna have as much. But if you're using your body, you're working hard with it, you're training, you're lifting heavy, then your body's gonna be like, okay, let's provide him with muscle, not only but testosterone for extra drive, so you can get that out the way. Avoid substances, alcohol, smoking, vaping, drugs. Obviously, you shouldn't be doing any of those things. It's gonna mess up your hormones. It's gonna mess up your brain, and it's not only the actual substance. Is the environment that substance causes you to be. So if you're doing any of these things, you're probably going to be in a party environment. Now you're not only taking drugs, but your sleep is not going to get affected. Since you're at a party, you're probably going to be eating unhealthy food as well. So your diet's going to be affected now. So that's 3 things just for one. So yeah, avoid that at all costs. And lastly, have a mission that keeps you sharp and proactive, similar to the train consistently, but this is more mental game now. This is like, because when you train, you're not going to be training for 6 hours a day. You're going to be training like 1 hour, maybe 2 hours max. So like, this is something you do for like a large period of the day. It's just like your work basically, just like a business. Next point, toxins is the last category of the 3. We did diet, then we did lifestyle, now talking about toxins. There's a chemical called BPA, or bisphenol A, which is found in basically all plastics. So when you drink from a water bottle, even if you have a polyester shirt, there's plastics in that shirt. It's not BPA, it's a different one, but I'm going to go over that. When you hold something plastic, like the Smacks plastic, my glasses, these glasses actually aren't plastic, but a lot of people's glasses are plastic. Contact lenses have plastic in them. Your phone case probably has plastic. But plastic is basically everywhere. Packaging is plastic. Even a cardboard, the lining of the cardboard has plastic in it. So if you have a milk carton, then that has plastic in it as well. BPA is an endocrine disruptor which prevents hormone disruption. So obviously, yeah, it's everywhere and prevents hormone disruption. So yeah, that's not good. That's one major reason why testosterone has been reduced, because plastics has been introduced as this thing where it's cheap, you can recycle it, use it over and over, but people didn't know about this when it came out. When it got like popularized. When it got popularized, this of course disrupts your testosterone. Yeah. What can you do about this BPA? First of all, the heat amplifies BPA, makes it easier for it to transfer on your skin, which is why you should avoid receipts and putting plastic in the microwave. You've probably seen them TikTok videos or any video where they're avoiding the receipt, they're scared of the receipt. This is why. There's BPA in the receipt, which disrupts hormones. When you heat that, it amplifies that, makes it even worse. And obviously, when you get a receipt, it's hot when you first touch it. So, if you're in a situation where someone offers you a receipt, like the cashier, just say I don't want it, or if you need it, maybe just say put it in the bag or something. Just try to avoid touching it. If you have to touch it, then just quickly put it in the bag. Do not put it in your pocket or wallet, which you're going to put in your pocket, because that can actually cause like diseases, bro. That can actually cause diseases and affect your testosterone. It causes it causes something called a varicocele, which you want to avoid. You can also get a metal water bottle to avoid drinking the BPA that comes out of plastics. It's probably the easiest step. All you have to do is buy a bottle at one time and you're done. But it probably prevents a lot of BPA from going into your body. Polyester clothing contains PET, polyethylene terephthalate, which is another type which is another type of microplastic you can instead get wool or cotton clothing. Yeah, this one's a bit more difficult to avoid because let's say you want to wear some nice clothes, right? Let's just say you want to wear some nice clothes. It's probably gonna have the plastic in it, especially if it's like a windbreaker or something like that. Yeah, it's unfortunate, and lots of gym clothes also have them because it gives you that tight fit, that tight kind of fit. So yeah, this one's a bit unfortunate. Also, the heating does come into the clothes as well because if you sweat in it, then the same thing happens. You amplify it. And then last point, you can change everyday items, phone case, pen, chair, everything. Even unfortunately these headphones, plastic as well, bro. Get them off me, bro. It's headphones, bro. Plastic, bro. Even the keyboard, I think, is plastic. The PC's covered in plastic. The monitor's covered in plastic. The light's covered in. The light has some plastic on it. So this one is a bit more like. This one isn't as big because you're not like drinking it. It's not going in your skin through heat. You're just touching it. So it's like the most minor form. But if you can, then replace everything with just natural materials. Wood, metal. I think even like the wood, the fake wood, is like has plastic in it. You know them like wood in school. I think of them ones even have plastic in it. So yeah, just make sure you're getting real wood. No processed wood. Metal, whatever you can do. But yeah. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you guys for making it to the end of the video. Please consider liking and subscribing. The goal for this channel is 100k. I plan on doing something very special. I don't know what that's gonna be, but towards that goal I'm gonna figure it out. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.